Welcome back to NollyTalks channel. Today we will be reviewing a Nollywood movie titled Alabosi, which translates to Hypocrite. It's a 2026 drama produced by and starring Toyin Abraham Ajeyemi, released on Toyin Abraham TV on June 2nd. This film also features Micheal Ejoor, Bukola Osibowale, and Arike Olawunmi and introduces Miracle Ojorale in a standout supporting role. In just 10 days, this film has pulled over 2 million views and 27,000 likes, making it one of the most explosive YouTube releases of the year so far. The comment section has over 2,500 entries and it is still growing. But what makes Alabosi different from every other Nollywood YouTube release is not just the number. It is that this film is autobiographical. Toyin Abraham has been called Alabosi in real life, mocked on blogs and social media for her habit of learning to greet people. For being overly respectful, for being too kind, one commenter captured it perfectly. Anything wey people talk, she go just turn am to movie content instead of taking it personal. That is exactly what she did. She took the insult and built a mirror. Now let's talk about the brief summary of the movie. At the center of the film is Abosede, played by Toyin Abraham. In the community, everyone called her Auntie Bosse. She is a keke driver. She takes in stranded corpers member. She feeds people who cannot pay her back. She needs to breathe, not out of false humility, but because in our words, respect is not about age. It is about what you have in your heart and it is about our culture. But Abosede carries a private wound. She was once married for years. She could not have children. Her husband married another woman who gave him kids, and so Abosede left. She has lived alone ever since. No husband, no children, and instead of letting that make her bitter, she poured all her love into her community. Enter Kasali, play with frustrating charm by Micheal Ejoor. Kasali is a mechanic. He is also a terrible husband. He does not give his wife money for food. He disappears at night. He offers no explanation. His wife, Rashida, played by Arike Olawunmi, is at her breaking point. Whether you be my husband or not, I don't even understand again. She screams. She is a woman fighting for a marriage that her husband has already checked out of. Now here is where the story turns. Abosede, seeing Kasali's neglect, decides to protect Rashida's home. Her logic: if Kasali is going to stray, better he stays in a house where he is watched than disappear into the night where anything can happen. So she lets him sleep at her place, making him take the bed while she and the corps member sleep on the floor. She dropped him at his mechanic shop in the morning. She does this not because she wants him, because she wants Rashida to keep her husband. But Rashida does not see it that way. She hears the rumors. She puts the pieces together incorrectly, and in one of the most devastating scenes in any Nollywood film this year, she storms into Abosede and publicly humiliates her. Ordinary husband you cannot keep. Husband snatcher. She mocks Abosede of being childless, for being husbandless. She called her two in one shape, a body that cannot even hold a man, and Abosede, the woman who has done nothing but protect this marriage, stands there and take it. Later, Abosede tearfully begs Kasali, I take God Almighty wey He create me and you. I take and beg you, just dey go. Don't come here again. She is not angry. She is exhausted. Goodness has a cost and she has just been handed the receipt. Now, before I give you the rating, subscribe for more honest Nollywood review. I watched this film so you know which one deserves your time, and drop a comment. Have you ever been called fake simply because you were not given? Because that is the question Alabosi asks, and it will sit with you long after the credits roll. Now let's talk about what works. First, Toyin Abraham's performance as Abosede is career best work. She does not play this character loud. She plays her quiet, steady, and deeply wounded when she says, I don't get pikin, I don't get husband. True, she no lie. Repeating her abuser's word back to herself, you do not just watch that moment, you feel it. This is an actor who has lived the criticism. She is dramatizing and the authenticity bleeds through every frame. Second, the ensemble cast delivers. Micheal Ejoor makes Kasali frustrating without making him cartoonish. You understand why Rashida is furious, and you also understand why Abosede pities him. Arike Olawunmi as Rashida is explosive but never one note. Her eventual reconciliation with Abosede is earned because we saw the deeds of her heart. And Miracle Ojorale as Copper Miracle is the film's moral compass, the one who finally tells Rashida the truth and broke her speech. Her speech explaining that Abosede was protecting Rashida's home, not destroying it. It is the emotional anchor of the entire film. Third, the message is fearless. Toyin Abraham took a real insult, Alabosi, and built a 1 hour 13 minutes argument for why kindness should not need a defense. The film does not just entertain, it indicates a culture that mistruths generosity. One viewer in the comments said, kind people don't get recognized enough. This film is educative. That is the target and the arrow lands. What does not work? At 1 hour and 14 minutes, the film is well paced, but the middle section has some repetitive beats, multiple confrontations between Rashida and Kasali that tread similar emotional ground. Condensing those who will sharpen the tension. The lone subplot with Mr. Martin's feel undercooked. It introduces a source of pressure for Abosede but never fully integrates into the main narrative. There is also a structural decision worth noting. The film never shows Kasali's perspective clearly enough. We know he is neglectful, but we are not sure he is malicious or just weak. A scene from this interior, while he stays away, what he actually feels would have deepened the moral complexity. So, Alabosi, the Hypocrite, gets an 8 out of 10 from me. It earned major point for Toyin Abraham deeply personal lead performance for a message that is both culturally specific and universally relevant. And for an ensemble cast that elevates every scene, the fact that this film was born from real-life criticism and turned into something this moving is, in itself, a masterclass in resilience. The pacing issues and the undercooked subplot hold it back from perfection, but this is a film that matters. When one viewer writes, this is the same character that my stepmom has, she can even give away her eyes to satisfy people. You know this film has done its job. It has made people look at the kind people in their own lives and ask, am I appreciating them or am I calling them fake? If you want a Nollywood drama that makes you feel something and maybe makes you call someone you have been taken for granted just to say thank you, watch Alabosi. 2 million people have already seen it on Toyin Abraham TV. Be one of them. The director Titi Jeje and DP Adisa Yusuf Climax have crafted a film that looks and feels intentional. And Toyin Abraham has already announced that part 2 is coming. Well, so this conversation is not over. Now I want to hear from you. Have you ever been called Alabosi? Too nice, too respectful, too giving when all you were doing was being yourself? Drop your story in the comments. Subscribe for more honest Nollywood review and I will see you in the next one. Bye.
Good morning, wherever. Mo ti jí láti ẹ̀kan náà ẹ jí now. Ẹ dìde. Ẹ jíjẹ jọ. Irú eré wèrè wo lélẹ́yìí? Ibo lẹ lọ?